España at Circuit de Barcelona, Catalunya. Hello and welcome to the Spanish Grand Prix here from the Circuit de Barcelona, Catalunya. Now, we're here at a very technical circuit, a lot of traction zones. And yeah, Spain, the home of testing, not in 2021, but the home of testing. So the drivers are definitely going to be equipped with the right knowledge of this circuit. I am joined once again by Bram here. Bram, I just said about traction zones. What drivers do you think we could be expecting to have good traction? Obviously, Bruno Will is going to be a good driver for the traction zones. Obviously, it's very important that you get a good run at some of these corners here at Barcelona.
Yeah, of course, Melody. As you said, Bruno will get some good traction out of those corners, and I'm expecting the controller players to have a little bit of an edge in the traction zones here at Spain today.
Definitely. I think one driver that we do need to look out for in terms of traction is definitely Matty. He's not had a very good season so far. What do you think we could be looking out for his race? Because he needs to really show himself tonight. By what he did yesterday at a race in Mexico we've seen, it wasn't a very good performance from him.
Definitely not, Melody. And I think we'll be looking at more of the same from him because he hasn't proved himself so far this season. But he'll try to turn the tide today.
Wow.
And I think maybe with a good strategy, a little bit of luck with a safety car here and there, no fidget spinning action today, he might be able to get a good lap.
Well, all jokes aside, Bram, all jokes aside, Mercury has started his qualifying. He's on a set of softs, as I think most of the drivers will be going for in this session. I don't really see no one going on mediums, but there is DJ down on a set of mediums here. So maybe Bruno Will could potentially get some in on the mediums. I'm not sure, but we are in for a cracker of a Grand Prix here, Bram, here in Barcelona. But yes, Netherlands, Bram, was a decent race. What did you take from last week at Zandvoort?
Yeah, definitely. There was some good fair racing at the Zandvoort circuit. Of course, Bruno will bolting away, and we have JRT sold almost into the wall, managing to save it. He has. And he's almost spun it once again. He's having troubles with overs here as he lets Stefanko pass.
I think Stefanko's on a lap as well. Yeah, Stefanko is on a lap. Yeah, Stefanko's on a lap as well. So that was impeding there on the Alfa Romeo.
Some screen time. But as we talk about the Zandvoort Grand Prix last week, there was some good racing action, fair racing as well. Bruno Will getting once again a dominant victory, but some good performances from the guys. And yeah, it was a fun race to watch, entertaining race as well for Zandvoort terms. Normally there isn't too much action there, but the race was quite decent.
Yeah, it was very good.
Stefanko backs off.
I am expecting, a good race here in Catalunya.
JRT Salt finishing a lap on the mediums. Oh, he's probably starting up a lap, as I was saying. Bruno Will also on an out lap. We'll have a look at his qualifying lap. We can say the most dominant driver of the season so far. Definitely getting 2 dominant victories so far. Of course, the China round being cancelled, so this is officially only round 3 here.
Yeah, they have their race on the 5th of April, the rescheduled Chinese Grand Prix. Bram, just something I want to pick up on. Obviously, we've got a lot of mixed strategies going on here in Spain. This is probably one of the most strategy-driven races of the season due to the tyre wear. What do you think is the best strategy for the drivers here this evening? What do you think is going to get them the victory?
I think making the one-stop work with some good tyre wear will be crucial for today. Soft to hard. We will see probably most drivers do that strategy who start inside the top 10. Outside the top 10 it will probably be medium to hard or hard to medium, but with a safety car everything can change, and it can easily change into a 2-stop here at Circuit de Barcelona, Catalunya.
Stop there, goes P2, he's on a set of medium, so that's a strong lap from the Alfa Romeo. Could have took a bit more curb on the second part of the chicane, but no, P2, decent result. there from the Alfa Romeo in his second race of STB.
And Bruno will starting a new lap here. He backed off from his last lap as we could see from his first sector time. This time taking the first two corners nicely. I hear myself a little bit through the stream on your side, I think. And he's invalidated his lap on the outside of turn 4. That's not nice.
Is that better now?
Championship leader here. Yeah, definitely.
Yep, sorry about that. So Bruno Wills invalidated that.
Mercury also starting a lap.
Right, look, keeping on Mercury because he's got some decent pace apparently.
Going through the first sector, the long sweeping left-hander will be an interesting one at the start. I think we will see some drivers, especially at the back, dare it and go for a move round the outside of that corner to make up some positions lost during qualifying. Taking the first few corners of the lap nicely. Now entering the chicane, very hard to get right. Goes a bit wide but doesn't invalidate, which is crucial. It's easily doable there.
Currently P1, he's going to be buzzing at the moment.
Getting a
bit of slipstream off, yeah, a bit of slipstream off DJ Danny in the Red Bull, 2/10 up. In the final section, it's so important, Bram, to get the traction in this section, use the curves as much as possible, get on the curves here. I mean, I don't really know why I'm talking, I'm not very good at Spain personally, but yeah, took the chicane very well, he's going to come across the line. Going to take quite a short run to the line, it's going to be a 14.4 there, that's a strong lap from Mercury. P1,
very nice.
He's going to be very happy with that, P1. I don't think he would have expected to be P1 here. This could be a very promising qualifying for Mercury because he's up, you know, he's not on a set of mediums. A lot of drivers are on mediums. This could...
Bruno Will has invalidated another lap here. He is looking quite on the edge here in qualifying, invalidating all of his laps so far. Not the start he would have hoped for, and maybe that can stir up a bit of excitement here. And maybe a different pole sitter for once. As we see Bourbon Boy, formerly EQR Biscuit, going on to
I think he's just on a different account at the moment.
Oh yeah, that could be possible. But he was, in the last few races, his name has been EQR Biscuit. As of right now, that isn't his name.
Yeah, he's on a different account tonight, but yeah, we all know him. He's EQR Biscuit, and he's ready to, you know, try and have a good race here in España. We're on board now with Sync Liam. Well, I am anyway. He's on a medium lap. Let's have a look then round the long right hand. It's all about the suspension there for that corner, you know, so the car doesn't bottom out on you down the back straight.
Great insight, Madi.
Well, I think that's correct. I mean, when I changed my suspension, I didn't spin around there. So
going for a couple of weird gear choices, in my opinion. He's using
not really using the curbs there. But
and he's run out of ERS.
Maximised time 15.5. P8. Not too bad, you know. If you stay inside the top 10 on a set of mediums, that could be crucial for your qualifying.
Yeah, definitely. I see Jamham going purple through the middle sector here in the Ferrari on his first flying lap of the session.
Let's have a look then, see how he does these curbs.
On board for the final chicane.
And
peels back into the pits. I think he will be going onto a medium set at the end of qualifying. That will be his strategy. Bruno Will also starting a lap.
Yeah,
I don't know what Bruno Will's strategy is.
Spain was weird as well. Last season, Bram, we had a lot of different strategies. It's very confusing, in my opinion. You don't really know what's going to happen. But at the moment, Bram, Stefanko, and Hamjam are up there and they are on it at the moment, but they've still got a lot of quick drivers set laps who are on softs at the moment. So yeah,
I think Bruno Will's doing some kind of long run here, as we see a yellow flag in the middle sector. He's been out on track consistently and doing consistent time. I think he's doing a bit of a long run here in qualifying today. As we see FXBR Vizzy going P4 on the mediums. That is a very nice lap from the Brazilian.
Mediums. I mean, that could be crucial for VC. If Bryn Will can't get a lap in, or if he chooses not to put a lap in, because at the moment, obviously, he's done 4 laps, he's invalidated all of them. He's doing another one now, so what is happening with Bruno Will?
On the soft, I think he's doing some kind of race run, I'm not too sure. JRT sold on the softs. Here he's invalidated his lap. Oh, he's 6/10 up through the middle sector. That would have put, if he gets even a semi-decent final sector, he would have been onto pole, but the lap is invalid, so of course it will not.
Well then, we've got a new driver in the league tonight, Bram. We've got, I don't know if I'm going to butcher this name, FRA Kenil here in the Renault. 9th place at the moment. He's on set of softs. He was on set of mediums before. So we're going to see what he can do in his Renault, because it's his first race in the league tonight. So he's going to have to prove himself.
Yeah, definitely.
Nearly invalidates it there. Personally, I don't know how drives get in the 14s. I'm baffled by it personally, but time goes on. 10th for Kenil. Bit of a late braking manoeuvre.
That rotation.
Yeah, the traction was a bit bad there. Oh, and he's in the gravel trap.
Track.
He's binned it in the gravel trap. He's binned it.
It looks like he's using a very oversteer setup, as we see the Smurfen now putting in some good sector times here. Might be on for around P3, as we see Matty is now in P3. That's a good provisional position for the AlphaTauri driver. Let's
have a look then. The Smurfen coming around the chicane.
Nicely.
That was nice. Let's see what line he takes. It's going to be a very
short line. And that's a neat lap from the Dutch
But
driver.
Mercury
P3
is going to be absolutely buzzing. He's still in P2.
And he's going to
do another lap as well, and he's going to cut the corner. He's going to come in the pit then. I don't know why he's cutting the corner. That's not very good.
As we see everyone peeling into the pits, let's have a look at the back with the reserve driver of Juninho making his season 18 debut.
Yeah, he should be racing tomorrow as well. He
Tires.
should be racing tomorrow in Tier 2 tomorrow.
Yes, he has been absent for the first 3 weeks of season 18, of course a season 17 regular and also a Tier 1 reserve driver last season. What do you think he can do today, Madi?
I don't really know. I haven't really seen Juninho from when he last raced in Abu Dhabi, but he's definitely got the pace. He's shown that in Tier 2 last season. He was always at the front. Obviously, time has gone on, but do you know what? I think he's just going to try and not spin at corners and just try and do his best. Really, I think tonight. I think it's just going to be a nice little fun opportunity for him, because he's not really a full-time Tier 1 driver, because he was, the favourite for Tier 2 Championship. So I don't think he's going to be really not bothered, but he's just going to use this as an opportunity for tomorrow's race.
Yeah, definitely.
In Tier 2.
As you see Jamhang Juninho getting into P10. If he gets knocked down one more position, I think he'll be really happy with that lap time.
Definitely right. So Bruno Will is actually now on a set of mediums.
Oh, let's have a look there. Oh, he's just starting his out lap. I see an AlphaTauri, I think, of Hamjam.
So Bram, who do you think is going to get pole position? Because we've got Bruno, we've got Mercury in P2 here, we've got Bourbon Boy, who's going to come out, I believe, for another lap.
I'm saying Mercury.
I mean, we've got VC coming out as well. We've got Matty, who's on an out lap. We've got all these drivers on out laps. Eke's got decent pace. Eke's on a lap now, actually. So let's have a look at him.
That's a nice little bit of toe from.
That is a strong first sector.
Purple in the first sector, really good time there.
That is a strong first sector there for the racing point. People lock up through the hairpin. He's going to use the exit curb there. Yeah, this is looking like a good lap.
Oh, no. And he just invalidates his lap.
Commentator curse, guys. Commentator curse. Commentator curse.
Yeah, definitely.
Sorry, okay.
But if he gets knocked down 2 more positions, he'll definitely be happy with that.
And
judging by the guys behind him, Bruno Will now coming through the first sector, putting in a 0.8 on the mediums. That is an insane sector time. Neo happy with his P11 position.
Yeah, he's going to be very happy with him. But Mercury though, P2 at the moment, isn't he buzzing?
Yeah, I'm picking him for pole, as everyone seems to be going on the mediums in qualifying.
I don't think he's going to get pole, because Bruno Will is on it at the moment, 48.7. So That's about
Well, if you would
27, 27 sector 2 there. That's decent. Come around the final sector now.
This is looking like it could be a .2 or .3, maybe a .1. Taking fourth gear through the chicane.
Oh,
That
what?
is-
This is mental.
Oh my days. Pull on the medium so far, but of course with
But
a
Mercury
big
though,
load of traffic.
Mercury was down. He could potentially go for another run, but I don't think he'd want to do that on a set of softs. We're around the final
Look.
corner.
Just the tiniest bit of time could get, and he's
Mercury
on pole
gets
for
pole
now.
position! Ow, I just bit my tongue! Mercury gets pole position in Spain! Hey, up! Brad, are you seeing this? This is crazy!
This is
Matt
indeed
is 2
very
tenths up.
Crazy.
This is mental!
This could
Bruno,
P4.
Mercury's beating Bruno well. That's mad. Bourbon boy though, Bourbon boy.
Yeah, he will be one to look out
He's
for
down
here.
in the first sector. He's smurfing. Let's have a look at his sector 1. He's down in the second.
Matt
He's down in the
crossing
first.
final corner.
Matt's coming
Let's
around
see
the
what he
final
can
corner.
do.
Let's see what he's going to do. It's going to be a
And it's
14.3
P4.
P4 for Matty.
Very tight
Hey, up.
margins.
These are insane lap times right here. This is crazy. Salt lap. This is actually amazing.
I
For
think Salt, knowing he's P11, will probably back out of
yeah,
that lap
he's 2
time.
tenths up. Here we go.
Oh,
he's on
and
the
he goes
curb
onto
there.
the grass.
Oh, he had a big mistake there. He's really trying to get the most out of his Alfa Romeo.
Bourbon Boy now coming round the final chicane here.
Let's see what he's going to do.
Looking
Is it
for
going to
his
be
first
a pole
pole.
position at the Spanish Grand Prix?
On board on the sprint to the line, and
No,
it's
it's
not
not.
pole,
And
and he
he's-
crashes.
he's been there
out
on the straight.
line.
Does that mean that he can start on fresh tyres?
No. Kevin also backing off here. Stefanko in the pits. Farah Bird, I think Salt.
Keneal P5.
Neil P5, very nice result for the debutant here.
LRS.
And as I said-
Mercury, ayo.
Mercury on pole. Oh no! I said it too early. JRP Salt
Oh, Ram!
grabbing it at the last second.
Wow.
Oh,
Mercury's still on the front row,
I'm
but
really
Salt there gets
sorry
pole
here.
position at the Spanish Grand Prix. Here we go. We're in for a cracker. We are. We've not seen Bruno Wilt P3. This could be pretty exciting for the Spanish Grand Prix here, Bram.
yeah, definitely the
Pretty exciting.
different tire choices.
We've not seen Matty
And-
this far up. We've not seen Bourbon Boy this far up.
Mercury as well, P2 on the grid.
Yeah, we've not seen that before. We haven't seen. Well, just Murphy's. Everyone that's had bad qualifying. To be honest,
Yeah.
everyone's had a great qualifying. To be fair.
It's a really mix-up grid, and judging by the tire choices, it will be a very interesting race. Mercury has been the reverse strategy merchant of the season so far, and judging by the popularity of their medium tire, starting on the softs might even be the reverse strategy. Of course, not officially, but it probably will be the least popular strategy. As we run down the grid, GRT Salt on pole with a 14.1. Snitch grabbing it at the last second. LRS Mercury P2 very close to his first pole of the season. Bruno Will P3 on the mediums with a 0.3, very tightly behind Bourbon Boy, formerly QR Biscuit. GRT Matty in P5, good result for him. The debutant Keneal in P6. The Smurfam P7, Hamjam P8 on the mediums. Vizzy close behind him, also on the mediums. Think Liam rounding out the top 10. DJ Jani P11, great position for the strategy. ABR Tsitsi P12, Eke P13, Alpha Kevin P14. Little bit disappointing. Juninho P15, Stefanko P16, Jaman P17 and Farabird P18.
Well, right, we've got a very mixed up grid, as you said. We've got Bruno out of position. We've got Mercury out of position. And we've got JRT Salt and JRT Matty out of position. This is going to be a great start to this Spanish Grand Prix. But is it going to be raining for the race?
By the looks of it, and the sun out in Catalonia. It's looking like it's not gonna be raining here. Of course, it might still at the end of the race, but the start will definitely be dry here.
Yeah, definitely. But we all know, obviously, European weather.
Tends to change quite a lot.
Yeah, it does.
Well, let's have a look at the tire choice outside of the top 10 so far. Danny, interestingly, picking hard tires to start on.
Hard
The
tires.
rest
Okay.
still on the mediums, of course, that might change before the start.
So we've got so many different strategies going on at the moment. So many. This is crazy. See, I
Wouldn't be
did
surprised
say
to see some
this is one of
guys go for the two-stop.
one of the most, strategy dominated races. Probably the race which is most kind of orientated,
Race.
strategy orientated race. Yeah, I think get the words out there. We've got quite a few drivers actually opted for hards. Danny, Zitzi, Eke, Kevin. They're going to be going very long into the Grand Prix.
Yeah, those hards are a
Jack
good
Brown
race tire,
as well.
as are the mediums. Softs tend to overheat here at circuit, the Catalunya Barcelona or Barcelona Catalunya. I'm not too sure what it's
Catalonia.
called, but what I'm sure of is that we
Barcelona.
are in for a cracker here in Spain.
Definitely. Right then, Bram, I'm not going to ask you later on in the formation, we're going to ask you now, but obviously we've got a lot of different strategies. Who do you think is going to win this Spanish Grand Prix? Because I'm going for Bruno Will again, but we could potentially have a surprise in our hands, I think, because strategies are crazy right now.
Yeah, I was thinking before the race what would happen, and I was just not feeling a Bruno will win today. I'm actually not even feeling a Bruno will podium. I have a feeling he's gonna get around P4 today, of course.
Oh,
That could definitely change, and
yeah,
that's definitely
you're just dreaming,
shout.
Bram. You're dreaming.
I am picking. Ooh, it might just be JRT Salt here, but we could also see one of the guys who are starting on the hard. Maybe Kevin from P14 could string a surprise and get a good start and maybe get himself up in a good position to win. But I am going for JRT Salt here.
Okay, I don't know what's going on with the lobby. Everyone's still loading.
Yeah, it usually takes a bit of time. Last time it did. So
Oh, here we go. It's working now. Here we go.
Loaded in.
Whenever I get anxious about the start, it always starts. Love it. P1 men, Salt, for the first time on STB. He leads the formation at bottom, LRS Mercury. His best qualifying on F1 2020. This could be a moment for him. If he gets a good start, Bram, this could be the moment we've all been waiting for, and Williams are going to be on it. Do you understand?
Yeah.
P3 then. Again, up the front, big up Bruno Will, doing up his mow lawn in there on the fake grass. That's decent. Fourth is Bourbon Boy. So he's got his best, I believe that's his best qualifying to date. Fifth, Matty,
Yeah.
that is definitely his best qualifying to date, but he needs to make sure his traction is on point. Sixth is FRA Keneal, he's in P6, debutant here this evening. Seventh is Dismurfin. He's had a very quiet season, hasn't he, Bram? He hasn't really been there. He's been more in the midfield. This could be his moment here in Spain. Eighth is Sam Jam. Ninth is VC. He's going for another podium here tonight. He had one at China, but that race was cancelled. He had one at Netherlands, and he's going for another one here in Spain. So, strictly speaking, his second podium this season. 10th is St. Cleum. He's also had a very quiet season, along with his teammate Danny. They've had a quite quiet season, but they're on different strategies. Christian Horner could well be giving a bit of team orders there for Danny to stay behind Liam. He's on the quicker tyre. 12th is Zitzi. 13th is Eke. 14th is Kevin. 15th is Janino on his debut this season. 16th is Stefanko. Looks like he's got a bit of internet problems. 17th is Jamham. Yeah, Stefanko's lagging. And 18th is Ferrabird, Bram. So what can we expect for the midfield? It's going to be quite an interesting battle.
Yeah, I think the guys who are just at the lower end of the top 10 starting on softs will be struggling here, especially with everyone starting on the hards or mediums outside of the top 10. I expect them to drop back in the midfield battle here. I expect Kevin to make up a lot of positions. Jamham also very much out of position here at the Spanish Grand Prix. He will be looking to make up a lot of positions.
Okay then, Bram. So who did you say? Sorry, Salt's going to win the Spanish Grand Prix. Did you say?
Yes, yes.
We're about to find out here in Catalonia. You're going for Salt. I'm going for Bruno Will. We're waiting then for those 5 lights to come up on the gantry here in Spain. We've got all the Spanish flags, the Brazilian flags, the British flags, all the flags here for the Spanish Grand Prix of Tier 1. Lights up for a while, lights out, and away we go. Great start for Salt there. Merkel's had a decent start. That's going to get in the slipstream of the Alfa Romeo. It's going to be slipstream as they come
And
down.
there's a big crash at the back.
Massive crash down the back of the
Has
field.
off.
Massive crash, safety car.
And Mercury has spun round. JRT Salt just clipping Mercury's front tire, and that has sent him round right to the back of the field.
I was keeping an eye on Zitzi and all them at the back. Mercury's down at the bottom of the grid and he's got a penalty. Mercury has a penalty. What has gone on there?
He sent it down the inside of turn 1, and JRT Salt wasn't planning on leaving any space there, and clipped his tire and sent Mercury spinning around, and that is the good qualifying gone for Mercury here. I expect him to maybe pit for a set of mediums.
He's going to be livid. He's going to be fuming. We know that Salt's aggressive. I wouldn't expect him to, from what I expect, turn in. But I was looking at the back and it looked like it was a massive collision between Juninho. It might have been caused by Stefanko's lag as well. Kevin, Juninho and Zitzi at the back of the field had a massive...
So Juninho...
Massive crash down
without
there.
A front wing.
Yeah, Juninho's got no front wing. Zitzi's, he got a front wing. Yeah, got broken damaged. Front wing, and then we've got Mercury at the back of the grid.
Yeah, as we see JRT Salt and Mercury both having picked up a penalty. I wonder if that incident has occurred after the safety car got called out. That could be a reason for them both to pick up the
I don't know why. There. Danny's got a penalty as well. Let me quickly look at the race direct to see who's on penalties. We've got the glitch cap happening now. Right, DJ Danny here has got a penalty. He picks up a 5-second time penalty. But what for? Let's have a look at the incident.
Probably.
So we've had massive contact here. So we got severe collision with a JRT Salt for Mercury. Severe collision with Mercury, and then we've also got Matty with 5-second time penalty. He's had a severe collision with Bourbon Boy, and Danny's had a severe collision with Sync 90 Liam. So there's been a lot of collisions going on that first corner. Not a clean first corner, Bram.
No.
And Mercury is back on circuit. He's on a set of hard compound tires.
Hard tires.
That's an interesting strategy. I don't think he'll be going to the end on them.
No, that will be impossible. This has really played into Bruno Will's hands here. Now P2 on the medium.
I don't think Salt though, Bram. I don't think Salt's going to give him a good. I don't think Salt's going to give him a good opportunity. I think Salt's going to defend this quite hard.
Yeah, definitely he has to. Otherwise, he's lost the win even before the pit stop
we've seen
phase.
From turn 1, he's aggressive at turn 1. So obviously going to be aggressive, in the Grand Prix. But I weren't expecting there to be a collision down into turn 1. Mercury would have sent it, and I didn't really see. I was more, there was 2 collisions happening at the same time, and I was focused on Zitzi, Nino, and Kevin, all them at the back. So I wasn't really too focused on the battle at the back, battle at the front. Sorry, so I don't really know. But Mercury's gonna be fuming.
Let's have a look at the winners and losers of the start. Most people actually just picking up one position, so it's looking like in the midfield it's been a very quiet start. That one position will be picked up from Mercury spinning. Jamham has gained 7 positions in the first 2 corners to get up to P10 already. Firebird once again making an amazing start, as he has done quite often this season. It's really starting to be a signature move, the great start for Firebird. Yeah,
Firebird's had quite a quiet season. He hasn't really been up there, so we've got to give him credit for his starts. They've been very they've been promising from the Williams driver.
Definitely.
P12 at the moment, so not really up there, but he's definitely had a good good start. He's managed to maintain those positions that he had in qualifying. Yeah, bro, I'm a little bit sad if I'm honest. I was expecting a great battle for this victory. Mercury, Salt up there. We had Matty up there. Keneal's up there. So I'm a little bit. Yeah, I'm a little bit upset to be honest. I don't know. I'm a little bit.
Mali, we're only on lap 3 here.
Well,
I think you have to worry about
it's
it.
very difficult to overtake. So Mercury's going to have a very difficult race down in P17. Plus, he's on a set hards.
The safety car already in this lap. Let's go on
Well,
then with Bruno Will as he looks to make a move on Dirty.
Here we go
on
then.
the restart.
Here we go, Bram.
Dirty Salt slowing the pack right down here.
So I think Salt is going to give us a great action here. Might be in that steward's office later for that collision at turn 1. But that won't phase him at the moment. He's going to be really on it, but he's going very slowly.
I think he'll be looking to restart right before the last chicane to kind of block off Bruno Will. So far he isn't allowed to yet. Gets a bit of oversteer. Sets up a good exit.
Here we go, he's bolted. He has bolted. He has bolted here in Spain. Then here we go, Bourbon boy. ERS on Bruno Will. Bruno Will is.
Keneal looking to make a move on JRT.
What is Bruno Will doing?
Called out. He's weaving to get the temperature.
That was dangerous because Bourbon boy had slipstream and ERS then. That's quite dangerous from the Brazilian in my opinion.
As we see Eke and Ferbert going side by side. Eke making.
Ferber's had a good run there. He's got much better tyres on mediums. Up inside P11. Here we go. Eke's going to try to go all around the outside. He's going to make it very difficult for the Williams. Around the outside goes Ferber with his extra medias. He's going to have the extra traction on exit. Eke's definitely.
Franco here with front row seats. And Ferbert gets a move done.
Ferber gets the move done. That's a strong restart there from the Williams. Let's look at the other Williams. Let's see the progress. P17 at the moment. He's going to be fuming. He's going to be absolutely fuming.
No
but
moves
of all
being
these
made
drivers.
it's been such a...
Bruno Will then is outside the DRS now of Salt, so this is going to have to. He's going to have to try and get the pace back up, which we know Bruno Will has.
Tsitsi on the back of Mercury, probably the closest interval. He's going for a move in turn 1. Down the inside on the softer tires. And he gets a move done. Good move from Abra Tsitsi here.
Williams is fuming.
Williams are definitely fuming, both out of the points. And Fairbird also with a penalty already here in the Spanish Grand Prix. So far they're forming quite a long train.
A very long.
And Danny's off the circuit!
What's going on here? Danny's off the circuit. He's doing more lawn mowing. Just like he was over the grass in Brazil last season. Eke's round now.
3 wide into the hairpin.
Oh, the fuck is up the inside. Eke's on the outside.
Contact. Danny spinning. Almost spinning Eke round the outside. Stefanko picking up 2 positions.
What a move from the Ferrari driver.
Kevin going for down the inside in the tight third sector. Danny keeping it round the outside, and Kevin decides to back out of the move here.
The RS enabled this lap.
Vizzy on the back of the Smurf, and here also looking to make a move.
Kevin's had a great run. Kevin's had a great run down the straight, side by side. Kevin looks like he's got the move done. Up the inside of turn 1.
Danny still going to try and fight it round outside.
Well, Danny's still going to fight it.
Kevin leaves the space, and that is the move done for
and then
Kevin.
Danny gets
drifts wide.
Yeah.
Vizzy also making a move on the Smurfen.
Oh, it's all kicking off here in Spain, and Mercury's got front row
going
seats.
side by side with Danny, and Danny losing a heap of positions here.
Mercury's got front row seats here, Bram.
Yeah, definitely. Once again, and Danny backs out of it to gives up the positions.
Yeah,
Danny has some kind of front wing damage.
And Danny didn't want the smoke then from all them drivers, didn't want it. wasn't
Yeah, he did. He wasn't up for the smoke.
it?
Definitely.
he was like, nah, do you know what? Nah, I'll let you battle, and I will
Yeah.
save my I'll save my hard tires for later on in the Grand Prix.
Yeah. And Danny, in the course of one lap, losing around 7 positions here. Hasn't had a great start to the season, has Danny?
Right then, here we go, Bram. Bruno Will is catching up to the back of Salt now, but he's within DRS. He's picked up a penalty on the final corner. Probably chicane.
We also see Tsitsi on the back of Juninho, not capable of making a move just yet. And then he pulls into the pits. On board with JRT Salt, then race leader so far.
Quite a quiet race here in Spain. Obviously, there's not many overtaking opportunities there, Bram. But
well, we've had a couple of 3 wide moments so far, and we have a big train.
Yeah, well, I mean, the front of the grid.
Boy.
The front of the grid is not really.
Yeah, the top 2 are
too many. Yeah.
leaving them for chips.
Yeah, definitely. Excuse me. So Bram then is gonna not Bram. That's you. Bruno Will is going to be, well, you're
Thanks
definitely,
for the comparison.
well, you're definitely going to be, up there in that DRS at the front tomorrow, but we'll see. But Bruno Will is going to be in that DRS now, again on Salt, as they come through the chicane. So he's going to go for another move up the inside, hopefully now, turn 1. He's close enough. But Salt's already used his overtake.
Bruno Will not using overtake, and there's...
And it's been a crash! There's been a massive
point.
crash! What's going on? The Spanish Grand Prix. Something's gone on here.
And Tsitsi now right on the
And
back
now
of
Bruno Will is two tenths within Salt here. So it is kicking off here in Spain. Kicking off here.
Tsitsi is going down the inside. Juninho goes defensive. Tsitsi going for the...
Smurfing's off the track. Smurfing's off the track. Sorry, Bram, to keep cutting you off. Smurfing was off the track then. He's made a mistake. Franco up in a P10 there. Kicking off. Kicking off here in Spain, Bram.
Yeah, definitely. There's some good battles going on here. And some really close trains, which builds up excitement, of course. JRT Matti still in P4, a good position for the AlphaTauri driver. Bruno Will now right on the back of JRT Salt.
Yeah, it's definitely going to have their mediums working a lot better than Salt's softs at the moment. That was pretty hard to say.
I wouldn't be surprised to see Salt pit this lap. But next lap with the safety car will
he's got to think about.
Let's have a look.
Obviously, he's got to think about the traffic as well, hasn't he? Yeah. You can't lose too much time being in people's trains.
Into the pits, first driver to pit. Nobody.
Oh, Bruno was up the inside. He was scared. You see what happened to turn 1.
So far, Canil the only driver to pit, going for the undercut here in Spain. Ava Kevin going down the inside of the Smurf and into turn 1.
Farabeur's off the track. Farabeur's made a mistake. Bram.
Oh, Farabird. And he's back on track right now. Kevin going down the inside of turn 4. Still side by side. And he gets the move done on the Smurf. A very nice move from the tier 2 champion of last season.
Yeah, definitely shown himself here. He weren't this aggressive last season as a reserve in tier 1. He just had Sunday drives and yeah, was just able to do quite well.
And Alpha Juninho has been
Juninho's off the circuit.
Well.
There's a lot of clumsiness going on tonight.
Yeah, there's a lot of spins.
Yeah, a lot of clumsiness going on. Camille has got some very good clean air here.
JRT Salt still not pitting. Let's have a look if Bruno Will goes for the overtake this time around. I don't think he has the straight line speed to do it.
Oh, he's going to be so close. He's going to be close. Salt's going to be on the inside. He's going to be late braking.
Goes around the outside.
Oh, I'm scared for Bruno Will here.
Still Salt.
I am scared for Bruno Will. I'm so scared, Bram.
Bruno Will deploying the overtake, still side by side here.
You can have the back line around the outside though, but Salt's going to force him off the
circuit. Inside, he squeezes him out.
Hey, up.
And that's another aggressive move from the Alfa Romeo
driver.
Salt
wants to smoke, ladies and gentlemen, here in Spain. He's on it right now. Look at this.
And while we're on it, we have to keep a close eye on where everyone exit, and if Camille gets a big undercut here, those softs will definitely be going off right now. JRT, Matty, Bourbon Boy and JRT Salt still having to pit.
Yeah, will
I
those,
think they
sorry,
will
will those
all
cars go to
do
the
that
end
this lap.
from when you pit lap
Yes.
8? They will.
Yeah. It will be tight, but they will.
Okay. I think Salt is really going for this victory here.
Salt gets big snap
Come
of
for
oversteer
another
and
lap,
still
and
not
DJ
goes.
Danny has retired out of the Spanish Grand Prix off the circuit there.
And that is really unfortunate for Salt here. Safety car getting called out. And that is great for the soft runners here. Matty and Bourbon Boy immediately snatching their opportunity to pit. Camille has really been screwed over by that safety car. He has lost a heap of positions and is now on older tires.
Let's see. He's going at a slower pace as well, isn't he? So.
Yeah, he has to. Wow. We also see some medium runners going into the pits during the safety car for some hard tires, and this has really shaked up the order. JRT Salt
It's
is
out
now,
Mercury to an extent.
and Bruno
He's up
will.
in the P6 now.
Yeah, this is very interesting because the top 5 runners are now effectively right at the back of the field. They are, their net position is just last. You have to make up so much time, and what I was saying about a Bruno Will non-win today is looking more likely by the second.
Crazy. Salt then, what? If you reckon about Salt then, he's obviously going to go into the pits this lap, but yeah, what's going on? Because he's going to be fuming because he crossed the pit lane as the safety car was deployed. So
Bruno Will
Bruno
also
Will's in.
boxing. They might actually be able to get out before in front of all the drivers.
Wait
while
there.
they've
Where's
still got
Mercury on the
their
circuit?
data.
Hey, wait there. Wait there.
Jam in the pits.
Wait
Busy
there.
in the pits. Jam him in the pits. Mercury's in the lead. We have a look if he decides.
Is Mercury going to be in the lead? Is Mercury going to be in the lead of the Grand Prix?
Yes. Mercury
Get out.
is in the lead
Get
of
out.
the STB season. Oh no, Bruno Will.
No, it's going to be.
Bruno Will has jumped him. No, Mercury. Bruno Will has jumped JRT Salt in the pits.
Right, Mercury needs an incredible. What's the word? An incredible restart to this Grand Prix.
Oh yeah. JRT
It seems like
Salt
the
going
safety
for
car.
soft-
The safety car's getting deployed a lot more since the last update.
Yeah, that's true. But I think Danny had a big crash in a dangerous place.
Oh, did he?
So that might be.
I know he was off the circuit, but he was all the way off into the gravel trap. I didn't think they would deploy safety
What
cars
I'm
for that.
really enticed about is Bruno Will just gained about 5 seconds on JRT Salt. Oh, of course he's gained 5 seconds on JRT Salt in the pits because JRT Salt had a 5-second time
Why
penalty.
so on a set of medium and hard softs?
Yeah, I'm not sure about that. That's not a good strategy call from him, I think. But he will make the race very exciting.
I'm a little bit
here.
baffled. Why is he on a set of hard? I keep saying hard because everyone else is on hard. Softs. Why is he on softs for? I've just clocked onto that. What's going on?
Yeah. I'm really not sure about that strategy.
And
call here.
Kevin,
He'll
sorry,
have to
Kevin and Liam are both on mediums. I don't know what they're thinking. What?
Mediums? No, mediums won't make it to the end here.
Thoroughbird's gone.
Yeah, they started on hards, so they have to go on the mediums here. And they have to just see it out until the end of the race and hope they don't get a puncture, but I'm not.
Well, they might have to
thinking
go
that's
back in the pits now for another set of hards. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, they're continuing on. Okay. Yeah, this is interesting. This is. Yeah, but the thing is, Bram.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying Mercury's a slow driver, but has he got the pace to challenge Bruno Will? We know Salt's got pace. So Mercury could kind of use Salt, to do it, but Salt's got, make quick work of the Brazilian if he's to overtake
As
him.
we see Salt raging in the Discord because of his tire or the Alfa Romeo pit crew's tire choice. He certainly didn't want to be on the soft tires here. I think it was just an unlucky coincidence
Is he
that happened
fuming?
here. Yeah, he is definitely fuming in the Discord. And that has screwed his chances right over. And you know what, Maldi? Scrap everything I said about Bruno Will not winning today. He's looking likely for a win here.
Well,
Except if Salt makes a really aggressive move on him.
Mercury could potentially cause an upset. Salt could cause an upset in these stages. We know how aggressive he is.
But
So yeah, it's going to be interesting still. But
let's have a look if the safety car goes in this lap, and it does.
I'm quite excited
It will
for this
be
restart. Salt's going to have good
quite a
pace.
stretch for Mercury to make it to the end there.
I think what Salt needs is a safety car, Bram. I think that's
Yeah,
what
and
Salt
Mercury
needs.
as well. Mercury needs one as well.
Mercury 10 lap. Oh god,
Yeah.
I just eats it. Oh!
Bruno will get, and Mercury gets a 5-second penalty. That spices things right up here. If Bruno Will doesn't make another pit stop, that will probably get removed. Let's go on board with Mercury then for the restart. Bruno Will slowing it right down up to 30 kph.
Oh, here we go.
Getting a good exit here. And yeah, he's definitely caught out Mercury here. Salt getting some good
Yeah, he's
exit
bombed
grip
it. Right, here we go then.
on the
Salt
soft
is going to have
tires.
to slipstream. We're going to have to keep it on the back end of the field as well.
They're going side by side already. Bruno Will weaving on the straight. Salt going for it down the outside, and Mercury maintains the position. Of course, no love lost for those two drivers from the turn one accident. Let's go on board then. And they're still side by side. Salt going for it round the outside of turn 4. It will be tight, and Mercury doesn't leave the space.
Salt is very aggressive, isn't he? On the
Yeah, he has to get the moves done quickly. Here goes for a switchback
he's very
move.
aggressive.
Still side by side, banging
Oh,
wheels down the
Mercury's
straight.
on smoke. They're coming through the chicane. He's on. Just calm it down. Calm it down. And now he just has to follow Salt round and then try and catch up to the back of Bruno Will.
Yeah, but that will be a big task for the Williams driver on those 11 lap old hards compared to those fresh softs of Dirty Salt. Here, Eke also on old hards, not a good position he is in. Kevin getting having a bit of a gap to Camille in P11. I'm wondering if he has broken a bit of his front wing. No, he hasn't, so he's just had a bit of a poor restart. JRT Salt here, not yet close enough to make a move on Bruno Will, as we see both Ferraris on the back of each other, not yet making a move. I think Liam also close to Juninho. And we see no moves being made into turn 1 just yet.
Yeah, I feel sorry for Mercury. I think he'll have to make a little pit stop, won't he?
Yeah, probably. Dirty Salt now within 4/10 of Bruno Will here. He has to get this move done quickly if he wants to have any chance at even getting points in this race. Picks up a warning there from going wide, definitely. Deploying some ERS, and he's already on just 30%, while Bruno Will is in the high 80s.
Yeah, he hasn't really he hasn't really needed to use any though, has he? So.
No, that's true.
Is he going to have DRS this
really
lap?
Backing up the pack here. Next lap.
Right, let's have a look then. Let's see what his traction's going to be like around the final corner. He's had a bit of a moment out the chicane.
Using a lot of overtake. Probably not a wise decision, knowing Bruno Will's amount of ERS. Still deploying the overtake. As we see Jamham now really close to Eke here. Also using a lot of overtake. Going side by side into turn 1. Jamham goes for it. Eke maintains the position around the outside. And Kevin also makes a move on Camille on those fresh mediums.
I mean, Eke's running a decent race at the moment. P7, that's not too bad.
Yeah, but if you look at the tire graph here, his tires are
15 laps.
So he
See,
probably...
I'm forgetting to look at the tyres, how long they've been on the tyres for. I mean, that would be a pretty good thing to do.
It would be pretty smart, wouldn't it?
It would, yes.
JRT Salt now still not able to get past Bruno Will, even on those two compounds.
I think he's
softer
going to be.
tires.
He's going to be absolutely fuming. He's going to be livid. Salt is.
Let's have a look at the ERS situation. Bruno Will still in the 70s, Salt in the 20s. He has to make.
He's going to have DRS now. He's going to have DRS now.
Here. Let's go on board with JRT Salt, not deploying the overtake just yet. Bruno Will setting the fastest lap on those hard tires, even though JRT Salt is behind him on the soft. Alpha Kevin going for another move on Safanko here, just not close enough.
Mercury defending to Hamjam, but he hasn't got the grip on those worn hard compound tires. He hasn't got the grip, so he's going to have to. Oh, he's going to go for overtake though, Bram. He's going to try to.
Going down the inside.
Yeah, he's going to try and fight it, but he's not going to have the grip. Maybe go up the inside here. I think it's better off it.
And he decides better of it.
Aircade's looking strong here. He's in the train at the moment. Probably the best position in the train as well.
Kevin now really close on the back of Safanko. He really wants to make that move quickly, as we can judge by the ERS situation here. Vizzy also close on the back of Bourbon Boy. They're going side by side into the hairpin.
Bourbon Boy picks up a penalty. Vizzy's off the circuit. Looks like he's doing the 2021 version of Catalunya there, as they come through the final sector.
Still side by side here. Bourbon Boy keeps us around the inside. Vizzy big oversteer, and Bourbon Boy maintains the position.
I mean, that was good reaction. I don't know where VC was going, but. I'm sorry to say it, Bram, but I think Salt has kind of lost touch now to Bruno up.
Yeah, he won't be. His advantage will be shrinking by the lap. As Mercury and Hamjam again going
side by side for Alex Mercury round turn 3 now. Here we go.
Hamjam maintaining it around the outside of turn 3.
Up the inside goes
Mercury down the inside. Hamjam looking up a little bit, making a slight bit of contact, and Hamjam maintains the position once again.
This is decent racing, to be fair. This is decent.
Yeah, definitely.
VC is catching back onto the back of Bourbon here. These look very similar pace from each other.
Not yet able to make a move into the hairpin here, as we see Kevin and Safanko. Kevin going for a dive bomb, didn't pay off.
Kevin needs to hurry up a bit here. I know it's difficult in like a DRS train and in like a train, but
Vizzy now really on the back of Bourbon Boy here, getting a bit of oversteer, and we see a Haas off, taking the old route back onto the track, and that will definitely be a time penalty for him. Going into the pits.
Yeah, it's going to be a retirement as well.
Race over.
Yeah, he's had enough. He has had enough here in Catalonia, and he's out to the Spanish Grand Prix. He's dismurfing once again out of a race. He's not really had, the luck this season, has he?
No, definitely not. He's had a good recovery race at Zandvoort, but apart from that, he's been very unlucky so far.
Okay, I'm a little bit sad, to be honest. We haven't had the battle between Salt and Bruno Will.
Yeah, same here. I was expecting Salt to get really on the back of him and try to make a move, but it seems like he's losing touch. Safanko and Jamham here, the Ferrari teammates, also very close to each other on track. Kevin right behind them on those mediums will also be looking to make a move. Kevin hasn't had the best of races.
He hasn't had good pace this race either. He's on mediums and he can't get past these and he's in DRS train, but still he should have better traction, better turning, just better grip overall. He should be able to take advantage and overtake, but it is very difficult with this DRS business.
Definitely, and we see Mercury still maintaining a very decent position here in P4. I wonder if his tires will even be remotely close to making it to the end. Jamam in P3 in the final podium position.
I'm a little bit baffled. Matt is all the way down in P12. What happened to him?
Ooh.
And Keneal is
Yeah,
down
that's
in
interesting.
P11. I'm confused. What's going on?
Maybe he's had another shocker on the restart.
Or maybe he's lost traction again. I don't know.
Yeah. As we see Bourbon Boy and Vizzy now whilst battling each other, also wanting to get past Mercury here. Mercury just
This
inside
is for the
of
potential
the
podium.
DRS.
B did want before this Grand Prix, so he needs to get a hurry on. Because Hamjab isn't that far in front, to be honest. And then we've got Eke behind him. So yeah, Bram, it's just, you know, never-ending sort of DRS train. Not
Yeah,
that
we've got,
exciting, but you don't really expect exciting racing around Spain, so.
as we see a yellow flag and another has made a mistake, and it's ABR Tsitsi making a mistake in the hairpin. Janillo going into the pits. Maybe he has picked up a bit of damage. Maybe making contact with ABR Tsitsi
They're going to
here.
set mediums.
And that has eliminated a couple of guys from the DRS train. Now stretching down from P3 to P12. See Jamam really close on the back of Eke, who's struggling on those old hard tires.
Salt looks like he's struggling now. Salt's going to be so fuming.
Yeah, the tire intervals are not as big as expected during this race. We see all the hard runners really keeping pace.
Well, they've got DRS though, haven't they? That's probably helping them, you know, drag them down the pit straight.
Yeah, but they're not losing that much grip, and we could also see Mercury going for a move on Hamjam, sorry. A lap after Hamjam made a move on him. Now Eke is struggling through the hairpin. Jamam lines up a switchback, gets a really good exit, and Eke is into the pits because of his tire struggles, as is JRT Salt.
Okay, so what's this going to do for Salt then? So that's helped Bruno Will, but where is Salt going to be in all of this, and where's Eke going to be?
Really far behind the pack, at the back here.
Going to be fuming, look at this! Salt's all the way behind Sitsi here. This is embarrassing for him. Absolutely embarrassing. So he should be up there, you know, Pete battling Bruno.
Yeah, definitely. It hasn't been a good race for him so far, making contact at turn 1 and then selecting the wrong tires during the safety car period here.
Well, apparently he selected softs, but they just didn't put him on the softs.
Hards, you mean?
They're hard softs, whatever. They didn't put him on the tyres that he selected, which was the wrong one. I'm confused, but do you understand? This has been a crazy Spanish Grand Prix here. It's going to get even crazier in the next 10 laps, I think.
Mercury having done 19 laps so far on those hards, I really don't think he can make it to the end. Let's have a look what he does. He's
been very consistent, Bram. I must say he's been probably the most consistent driver on the field. On the track at the moment.
Apart from Bruno Will, of course.
No, I think he's been more consistent than Bruno Will. I'm being serious. Well, no, Mercury's on Earth, Bruno Will's on another planet. So, you know, we're just talking about people on Earth at the moment.
You see JRT Salt and ABR Tsitsi right at the back going down.
Yeah, Salt's got the overtake from them. So next up for him is going to be Matty. So I think he's going to try and get as many points as he can here.
As Kevin is still, and we have a Williams Mercury. I think he has got a puncture. No, he's just lost a lot of positions here.
Huh?
Has he got one though? I think his tires have really started to hit the cliff here, and now he's really losing out.
He was catching up. He was catching up to the back. He was catching up to the back of Hamjam though. I'm confused. What?
He might have made a little mistake, or his tires have just completely fallen off here in Catalonia.
His tires seemed alright, but when he was catching up to the back of the Alpha Tower. Oh, Mercury.
Yeah.
I mean, he was forced onto this strat. Oh, okay, he's carrying on. He was forced onto this strategy, Bram. Obviously, because of that lap 1 incident.
As we see Vizzy and Bourbon Boy going side by side, and Vizzy gets a move done during the DRS straight into turn 1. Vizzy now up to the final podium position, and he'll be looking to make it P2 ahead of Hamjam here. Stefanko and Jamham still very tight on track, as Kevin hasn't got past them yet, and I'm not fancying his chances to get past them anytime soon here.
V's got very good pace here.
Yeah, definitely.
But I must say he's got pace. VC has got pace here.
And
And I'm here
he's
for
doing
it.
well for himself.
I'm here for it, front row sit. I'm here for it. Going for another podium. Yeah, keeps picking up these podiums, Grant. Bruno Will has a shocking race. Who knows? Anything can happen. It's only round 3, strictly speaking, for tier 1, so anything can happen in the championship.
Now Vizzy looking to make his next move here on the back of Hamjam. Still got a lot of ERS in the tank here. So we also see Jamham and Mercury going side by side.
Mercury's going to try and
Bolted
defend that. He's
through
going to
the
get a corner
breaking
cut. Penalty, yeah.
And that is another penalty for Mercury here.
It's just been not been a very ideal
Nah, it's
race
not-
for Mercury. He had
been-
such a good qualifying on it. He had such a good qualifying.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, it just slipped away from him on that one.
Yeah, it slipped away right at the start here for him.
Salt's looking
Trying to
pretty
make
quick.
a move, possibly under safety car conditions. Yeah, Salt almost on the back of the pack already. Yeah, that's some good pace from the
I mean, he's on
driver.
soft. He is on fresh out mediums.
Yeah, that will help him. But he's gained enough time during the second stint, being behind Bruno Will, to be able to catch back up to the pack during his third stint, making one more stop than the rest of the guys. As we don't see a lot of action going into turn 1 this lap.
Yeah, it's just drivers
Matty.
following each other.
Yeah, it hasn't been the most entertaining of races so far.
I think it has. I think it's been decent, personally. No, it's been action basically every lap. You know, keep an eye on battles, keep an eye on who's going side by side, keep an eye on who's getting punches, as he said. He thought Mercury had a puncher. You know, so
Yeah.
yeah, it's all kicking off here in Spain, and I'm here for it, front row.
Mercury still not having pitted. And we see Stefanko right on the back of him right now. Jamham already made the move.
Yeah, Mercury's going to have to pit soon, I think.
Yeah.
He's doing a good job, though, to keep the 6th spot.
But only 6 laps to go here. You might be able to just stretch it to the end, and I think he's gonna risk it. He's gonna go for the all or nothing strategy. He has nothing to lose, because if he pits now, as I say that, Kevin goes into the pits. Ooh, that will cost him a lot of time, and he won't be happy with having
Well,
to
he
make
was on medium.
another
So.
pit stop. Yeah.
It's very quiet here in Barcelona. VC looks like
Yeah,
he's
it's
losing
very
time to
quiet these
Hamjam.
last few laps.
VC's losing time to Hamjam, so I don't really know if he's going to get second, but at the moment he's on for a second podium this season out of 3 races.
Yeah, and he's got big ERS advantage as well. I think he's lining up a move maybe in the last couple of laps, so Hamjam can't get him back. That might be a possibility.
Wow. He's definitely gaining, but he's done another road to the 2021 circuit there. He's doing a bit of advertisement for this season's 2021 Spanish Grand Prix here.
Stefanko now really close to Mercury. 2/10 is the difference. Mercury
Yeah,
loading
Mercury needs to pit
about
stop. If
every
he doesn't pit his
corner.
stop, he's done. He's finished.
Goes wide, and he doesn't pit once again. This will be a big opportunity for Stefanko here. opening the overtake. Mercury defending all his positions hard so far. But Safanko gets a move done before the first corner. And that is Mercury out of tires, out of ERS and out of luck for this race.
I mean, couldn't put it so. What's the word? I couldn't put it so blunt in my life. Really starts up the inside. Starts up the inside of his former team member, fellow team member, Matty. There, that's a nice little dive bomb move up the inside. That's P9. With a few tips on his late braking now.
Yeah, he's getting known for being an aggressive driver, huh? He's made some aggressive moves so far. And I think he'll get a bit of a reputation after this race of being an aggressive driver.
Well, I mean,
drivers will be wary of.
Yeah, he was aggressive, Bram. Drivers will be wary. It was very aggressive at the start of the Grand Prix. As you'd expect that, really, but...
Yeah. I think he had every right to defend his position. As we see Salt now on the back of the next car of FRA Canil. The guy making his debut in STB here. Mercury giving Canil the slip, and he goes into the back of Mercury, and they've made contact, and Canil has lost his front wing. Mercury is off the track. Dirty Salt getting the move on Canil here.
And now Salt's going to go up the inside of Mercury. Mercury goes defensive. Mercury wants a round 3 here at Spain.
Salt here going round the outside of turn 4, and he gets the move done. What a move from the Alfa Romeo driver here. Mercury goes down the inside, but he won't have the traction to challenge him, and Canil has lost out big time here.
Oh. Yeah, Mercury's on smoke.
Yeah. Mercury defending his positions hard, and he has just not got the grip here, and he's slowing down the straight to let Matt by. I was almost scared that he got a puncture there.
I think his tires are gone now, or he's just going to try and get to the end of this race.
Still in the points paying positions though, and Canil has lost his front wing. Well, part of his front wing, so he might be able to pull a gap there with all his penalty, as notably Jamham has picked up a penalty. Now Vizzy going for the move on Jamham for P2 in this race. Down into turn 1, still side by side, and they split each other.
Towers crashed nearly. Big moment there at turn 2. VC, what a move. He's got P2 here in Spain. Sector 3 yellow.
Around the outside.
What a move.
Great move from Vizzy there. Canil coming out of the race here.
I think Ham jumped his pants then.
Yeah.
I think he was pretty scared down into turn 1.
He certainly didn't go aggressive enough down the inside and let Vizzy
he needed to really
easily.
Like, you know, lay on the brakes, aggressive turning, that sort of thing. You know, he really needed to try and keep that position, but it just wasn't to be.
And we see a bit of a train forming in the battle for P2 here. Dirty Salt catching up quickly, but while we have spectated all this battling, we haven't noticed it, but we're already on the 3rd last lap here.
Wow, Salt could still potentially get somewhat of a, I'm going to say it, podium if he hurries himself up. Obviously penalties could well be be potentially taken out of the equation due to things, but we will see what stewards say in terms of that.
As we see Kevin and Eke going side by side down the straight, Kevin on those soft tires, getting the move done for the final points position. Yeah, and we see the big difference strategy can make here. One wrong decision and you're in the lower end of the points, while you could be up there fighting for a podium. Eke is under grass and is really struggling here. Dirty Salt now almost in the DRS. He will be keen
Salt did go pretty long on them softs, if you remember the stop bomb. I think they might 10 laps on the softs and stayed out under safety car. So obviously he went past the pit lane just before safety car was deployed. So,
And Janio
yeah, I mean,
has given up on his race.
I'm not going to say guys, been on that now.
Yeah.
DRS and Salt.
Jamham going for a move on Bourbon Boy, doesn't have the ERS to do it.
I mean, Bram, this race has been, it's not been the best, but it's not been the worst. It's been
A decent race.
another strategy-driven race here. And Mercedes, once again, at the top of the field.
JRT Salt now right on the back of Stefanko here, wanting to gain some positions in those final 2 laps. Bourbon Boy almost out of the DRS of Hamjam. He has to stay in it if he wants to even try to compete for a podium here. Jamham is looking to make a move on Bourbon Boy, who is struggling a bit at the end of the race.
Oh, Bourbon Boy!
Mercury.
Bourbon Boy's made a mistake, Bram.
Yeah, Salt also going down
The
inside,
inside.
and he's made contact.
Bourbon Boy off the circuit. Bourbon Boy picks up a penalty for that.
And once again, Salt making contact.
Oh, so aggressive, Bram.
Stefanko also going for a move on Jamham here. I think he'll be
Oh,
able
here we
to
go.
make
Yes,
it side by
Stefanko around
side
the
action into
outside.
turn 1.
Then he hits the back of his fellow teammate.
They're still going side by side.
And Pitbull are going to be absolutely
Stefanko
putting
going for a
them
switchback
going to be putting themselves, Bram. That Pitbull.
into turn 4. And Salt now looking to go down around the outside of Stefanko here on the final lap.
Down the outside, it's down the
very
hill.
tight.
Traction
Goes
now.
for a switchback, enables the overtake, gets a
Oh,
big
here we
snap of
go.
oversteer. Stefanko leaves the space side by side into the chicane, and
Oh,
he
and
spun!
span!
He spun! And we have to move on from that. And that is the con of aggressive
and
driving
he
there.
is
He's
he's
lost out
resetting
on some
himself to the
big
circuit.
points.
He's setting himself to the circuit there. That's not going to go down well for the stewards.
Bruno Will then
Bruno Will
crosses the line
wins
to win the Spanish Grand
the
Prix.
Spanish Grand Prix. Yeah, he said unserved penalty that way matter. Because 17 seconds later, we've got VC around final to pick up another podium this season. What a race for VC! He picks up P2. Hamjam will pick up another podium in this STB career. He'll be P3. Jamham's P4. Stefanko's P5. Bourbon Boy is 6th in the end. 7th is Matty. That's a strong performance for him. Finally getting some points on the board. 8th is Zixi there. And then
Strong race from Matty, picking up his first points of the season.
In 8th, Salt 9th, and Eke 10th. So we just have to look at the people that picked up penalties and just see how the positions changed. But yeah, Bram, winner will 3 races, 3 wins.
Yeah, very dominant performance from the Brazilian driver once again, and I think all of his wins have come by 10 plus seconds. There's no stopping Bruno Will sambaing his way to the championship so far.
Yeah, so you can see the podium. Yeah, I'm just very, I don't know, a little bit, not disappointed with that race. I'm just a little bit disappointed for some of the drivers in that race. Had such an opportunity. Salt looked amazing at the end. Mercury had, his best qualifying this season. Ramsey, I'm just a little bit. I'm really quite.
Yeah, it certainly
Quite-
didn't end as we expected it to end.
Quite disappointed, if I'm honest. So your P3 finisher did not get, your top 3 was Winnable, VC, and Hamjam. Hamjam has had to go, so we're going to interview Bourbon Boy after the race. I don't think Stefanko can speak English. But Bram, the results for the Spanish Grand Prix are as follows. Winnable was 1st, 2nd was VC, 3rd was Hamjam, 4th was Jamham, 5th was Stefanko, 6th was Bourbon Boy, 7th was Matty, 8th Kevin, 9th was Salt, and then 10th is Eke, 11th was Liam, 12th was Zitzi, 13th was Mercury, Janino was 14th. Your non-finishers: Janino, Keneal, Smurfin, Thierabird, and DJ Danny.
As Eke picks up his first point of the season. Come on then.
That is
Also
very good.
Ferrari making a good recovery from P16 and 17 on the grid to finish P4 and 5 at the end of the race. As I said, that good strategy choice from starting outside of the top 10 ended up paying off big time for them.
I'll try and get VC in here. Is Paul Bombo here?
Yes.
He is. He's connecting now.
There's a bit of trouble connecting everyone to the party so far. Looking
Okay.
to do a couple of interviews after the race,
Try and get VC in.
like we usually do.
We'll try and get VC in. If not, then we might not be able to interview here in Spain. We'll just have to see if VC can connect. But Brian, while I wait for them, who are you watching tomorrow on the day two? I think VC. Considering you don't want Bruno Will speed all day anymore.
A very strong drive from Bruno Will once again, but it's getting a bit boring now. So also I'm not giving it to him. VZ getting his second podium in a row, second official podium in a row, of course third podium in a row unofficially. Good drive from him, but I'm not giving drive of the day to him either. Hamjam running off the podium. Also no drive of the day for him. My drive of the day is going to Jamham in the Ferrari, starting P17, going to P4 in the race. Great recovery drive from him, and he is my driver of the day.
Okay then, VC, welcome. Make sure you reach audio. I'm going to give you a quick interview and then we can wrap things up in Spain. Another podium for you this evening. Yeah, I mean, you wanted a podium up before the Grand Prix. How are you feeling? And yeah, just take us briefly your race, because it was a very interesting one. You made some very good overtaking moves.
Thank you. Yeah, it was very good. Top 10 with the mediums was the plan. And the race, just wait for the right opportunity for stop. Well, this SE came, so had a choice. But in terms of ERS using and get the right moment for overtake, but it was everything perfect. I think it was the how can I say? It was my best race in terms of racecraft and getting the track positions. I'm very happy.
Yeah, very good race, Fizzy, and nice move on Hamjam for second place around the outside of turn 1. Great move.
Thank you.
Very good, VC. It looks like you scared him a bit, because he span. We need his span. You did scare him a bit there. But yes, obviously next week we go to Azerbaijan.
Baku.
How are we feeling ahead of the next race?
To be fair, I'm very bad at Baku. Maybe my worst track in the game, so I don't expect too much of myself. So
Well, I'm expecting another podium, VC. I'm expecting another podium.
let's try
So we hope that
some
can,
points, maybe P10 tonight is
well,
growth result for me.
I'm sure you'll take anything if you have a good race. Thank you, VC.
Thank you, guys.
Okay then, Bram. Thank you for joining me in the combat this evening. Well done to all the drivers that race tonight here in Spain. Well done to your race winner. Pretty obvious who it was. We don't need to say it again. Very, very well. Yeah. Second was BC tonight. And third was Hamjam 2002. Obviously, Hamjam has had to go, so he unfortunately couldn't complete the review. But thank you, BC, for that. Do join, I believe, Matty and Mercury tomorrow for the Spanish Grand Prix of Tier 2. If you don't want to watch that, join me and Bram next week for round 4 of Tier 1. The Azerbaijan Grand Prix live from the Baku City Circuit. We'll see you next week in Azerbaijan.